Wow. So we are live. We're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube and we're live on the Rendervate Hub page. So good evening to you all. It's good to see yous, even though I can't see yous. But yeah, man, good to have you all here. If you're watching, I'm not gonna be on till really much past 8 o'clock today because I want to watch the footy. It is Real Madrid vs. Is it Chelsea? I think it's Real Madrid Chelsea, isn't it? But yeah, look forward to watching that tonight. And I think Benzema's going to absolutely smash it tonight. He always does, doesn't he? And Karim Benzema, what a player, eh? So yeah, I look forward to watching him. And oh god, that's as low as we go. Yeah, I look forward to watching him more than actual Madrid. To be fair, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a good game, hopefully. I'm good. I'm good, Richard. I'm good. GTA, how are you, matey? Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. I'm good. Weather's been a little bit ups and down. Hasn't it? It's been a little bit poor, the weather, hasn't it? But other than that, I'm all good, man. Other than that, all good. Weather's just been, it's been pissing it down, hasn't it? Absolute nightmare. It kills it, doesn't it? The weather when it's like that. Yeah, I got a wall on yesterday, and it had some raining, and basically, luckily enough, it didn't wash anything off. It didn't wash anything off. A little bit of pigment come out, but it was all right because I had to do another coat on it anyway. So I was using cork, and yeah, give it another coat, and it's absolutely perfect now. So flying, yeah, I've been using the Corksol UK. Good gear, that, mate. I'm telling you, if you haven't done the Corksol course yet, or you haven't, seen it actually get used or anything like that, oh my god, it's unbelievable. I've got a couple of videos coming up on YouTube about it, to be honest with you. So yeah, I have done a I'll tell you something funny. I've done a it's not even a full house, it's like the back of an house. Just an overspray in blue. So it's a proper blue, mate, like Smurf blue. Anyway, I've done that now. And I went to the toilet. So imagine this, I'm mixing up this stuff, right? It's blue, denim blue. It's like dark blue, mate, like really dark blue. So I'm doing this, mixed it up, and I needed toilet to burst. You get it all over your hands and that. So I've gone for a piss, right? Totally forgot, didn't think about it. Whipped the old fella out, and anyhow, after I'd finished, I thought, looked down, and I thought, no way, have I just done what I think I've just done? And I've got the color render on my penis. So I've got a bluebell end. I look like a Smurf. Well, I did have. I've had a shower, so it won't be on anymore. But honestly, man, awkward. So yeah, a little bit of blue there for you. A little bit of blue. The Corksol course. If you want to do the Corksol course, you go to Corksol Direct. That's the only way you can do Corksol, is if you are an approved installer and you've done the training with them. That's the only way you can do Corksol. You can't do can't buy it from Travis or like that. You can't go down to B&Q and grab a tub. You have to go to Corksol. So you need to go to their website and you can book on a course. It costs money to become approved, but once you've done it, you can charge a lot of money for doing the job, because the product's expensive to buy, and it's expensive because it's good. Do you know what I mean? So it's good. It's got all the good properties in it, like for the heat retention and all that kind of stuff. It's good for the environment. So there's a lot of pluses to it. It's a good thing to add to a good string to add to your bow, is what they say, because I think it's going to be the future. It's a little bit more expensive than the silicone, but it's got its properties and it's got its reasons. So yeah, if you are thinking about doing it, just go to the Corksol website. Yeah. Right. I've got a couple of questions. Let's see what's going on. So can't wait to see what other applications Corksol can be used on, mate. There's loads. If you go to the Corksol course, they'll tell you there's absolutely loads, mate. Like you can use it on steels to slow down the fire. You know, if it heating up and stuff like that for fire eggs. Can go over old battered render, can go over pebble dashing, you know, all of that. So there's lots of things, man. Smooth skimmer, afternoon, my pal. Afternoon, my pal. Colm Tully, my boy from Ireland. Hope you're well, my mate. I hope you're all good. I hope you're good. Give us a like. Give us a like on this TikTok. Give us a like up. Let's get some people in here tonight, man. Let's get some watches on here tonight, yeah. What prices, mate, on average per pack? I mean, do you mean per tub of Corksol? I think it's around 150 plus VAT for a tub, so that's what 180 quid. But again, you know, for an average silicone, it's 70 to 80 quid plus. Hey, up there she is. Yes, she's brought me. What would you call this? Provisions. Maybe. She don't want us to talk. She don't want to say, oh, but it's standard. She brought my top spread cup. Only a top spread can have a top spread cup. And if you go on to Teas of the Trade, type it in on Google or type it in on, I think I might have it. It's an Etsy shop we've got. Teas of the Trade. You can buy a top spread cup. Accompanied by 2 top chocolate digestives. She brought 4, right? But she took 2 away. See if she eats them, because sometimes she just leaves one outside at bed and cat licks it to death. So, not bad. What kind of coverage are you getting? As I can imagine, it goes a long way. Do you know what, right? Jay, right? Check this out. It's funny because the actual Corksol, right? It's meant to do 10 to 12 meters per tub, right? I'll be honest with you. I find it hard to use, me. I find it, like, as in, I find it hard to get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? When I'm spraying. So I'm spraying this house, right? And there's 92 meters to do. So you need, you know, if you're going off 10 meters and it's over something that's a bit rugged and that is an overspray, it's a wet dashed house. So it's like, you know, 10 tubs is meant to do it, yeah? Mate, I've got like 3 left to do another pass tomorrow, but it won't even take me that. So yeah, crazy. Even though I think you know, you are meant to do it to get the depth and stuff, but the coverage on it and how it looks and that and everything, it looks mint. You know what I mean? So I'm just like thinking to myself, like, boy, getting rid of it's an hard job. But we'll get there. We'll get it on. We'll get it thick. But yeah, man, it looks nice. Duncan, you're asking me how much does the course cost and how long does the course take? To tell you the truth, mate, I couldn't even tell you. I should know how much the course was. I can't even remember. I mean, but they give me a good price on it. You know what I mean? Because we were doing a project together anyway, so it kind of like went in hand with it. But for me, I don't know. Rick, don't know exactly. It might be 500 quid. It might be £1,000. I don't know. But you know, to get on the register to use it and stuff like that in the future and learn about it and have their 25-year guarantee from them and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty much priceless. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It is expensive. All of it's expensive, but it's a premium product. You know what I mean? Reese Thompson, you've smashed it. Respect, my lad. I'm trying my best. You've been asked to do it over anything else other than render. Bricks. People have asked me to do it over blocks. Yeah, you can spray it over roofs and that, conservatory roofs or plastic. It goes to plastic. So yeah, you can do loads there, man. Went for a course the other day in Bradford as my boss bought a new machine, loving using the thing. The boys said they knew you there. Jason, yeah, man. Well, tell you the truth, Mac in for direct over at Direct Building and the Predator range. I work with them now. So not only am I sponsored by them, an ambassador for them. Like I use their machines, I trial their machines out. I'm going to be doing the training as well. So I'm going to be doing training courses with Predator. So I'm kind of working with them as a long-term thing now. So yeah, it's good. It means it's nice because I get to see all the newest tools that come out and anything that in the market I think that'll help us. Predator machines and tools are working with me to bring them to the market. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice, man. I can't complain right now. It's nice. It's everything that I ever really wanted. Really get to be a tool nerd. Do you know what I mean? But getting to show you guys what it is. So yeah, man, it's good. But yeah, if you are doing the training there, maybe in the future, might be training you. So yeah, this is it. So, and if you're interested in machines, you can come and catch up with me. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, bought the Sprinters. The Sprinter's a great machine, mate. Yeah, it's the newest one out. That it's it's a great machine. JCPR, can it be sprayed with the swing corkswall? I'm not too sure if it can spray through a swing. I think, to be fair, I think it's probably better with hoppers, me, because they're just so easy to move about and that, and it's so light. I think using a big machine, don't get me wrong, you can use big machines for it, bigger machines, shall I say, like my Optimix, and I bet it probably will go through a swing or an Easy 24, to be fair. I just think it's a bit, for me, I just use my speedy spray because it's just nice and light, just pull it around, you know what I mean, little lows, it's beauty. And that speedy spray is something else, mate. It is bad boy. Do you think you can bring back the diamond sponge back? User, I don't. You haven't got a name, but are you saying that no one's used? You want me to start using the diamond float again? Listen, mate, I'm gonna bring the diamond float back to you, the pointy one as well. I'm gonna get that back in. That's a good. I'm writing that down. Thank you for bringing that up, because that was, everyone used to ask me where I got that. Everyone would be like, "Where'd you get that diamond float from with a point on it?" I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna get them at Predator Tools. That's where we're gonna get the pointy diamond float, at Predator Tools. So pointed diamond float incoming. Yeah, man. Total respect, big lad, Leeds finest. You know, Luke Oliver, my old pal. I hope you're good, my man. I hope you're good. I've got a few comments on here. I'm going to give a couple of my boys a shout out on here. Mark Neeson, top boy. Hope you're well. The original Sand and Cement Don. We've got Jeff Lewis. We got Wayne Cox. The other ones I can't see your names. It says man like Joel Cook. Yeah, but I can't see your name because it just says Facebook user. But if I go onto my group on Facebook, I'll be able to see who you are. But that's a bit long. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can get it up quickly, and I can give you a shout out. Facebook.com. Boom, boom, boom. Got all sorts of screens going on here tonight. We got the lap here, we got the phone, we got the iPad sat here ready in case the football does kick off and you lot are still chatting to me. I'm going to put that on, and I've got my Facebook open here. So where is it? Let me get on my Rendervate Hub. If you're a renderer or a plasterer and you're not on the Rendervate Hub on Facebook, go to Facebook, type in Rendervate Hub, H-U-B. I know you used to write in Pornhub, but it's Rendervate Hub, yeah? So go in there, type that in, and you will see that is a page that I've got that's dedicated to basically people who, you know, I socialize with online, and, you know, I share information on there, and you guys share your projects, and we share each other's advice, and we help each other, you know. So that's what we do on there. So if you go on Rendervate Hub, you'll find it. And as I can see, a few of you are asked in there. Where's my live gone? Where am I? Rendervate Hub. I should be live in there, you know. It's not coming up. Oh, mate. Anyway, let's get back to some questions on here, yeah. TikTok. I sound like one of them girls, though. I like tap the screen up. Tap the screen. But if you tap that screen up, it means that we will be doing, we'll get more people on here on TikTok and more views. So get us on there, tap it up. What's this here? Joe Brown. Yes, Joe, I've been enjoying your videos. I met you years ago when you came and skimmed the house for us at Latch in Chapeltown. Glad to see you're still at it and doing well. Hey, Joe Brown, you absolute legend. Thanks for that comment, mate. I'm going to tell the people a little bit about that, you know, Joe, because that was one of my first jobs I did, really. So, like, I think it was probably a year into having my own plastering business, and it was probably one of the biggest jobs I've probably done working for myself, to be fair. I never used to really get full houses like that. Yeah, it's so yeah, I did that full house in Chapeltown. It was we were going to do more, but I realized that my price was really cheap. And Dan, I think he was called Dan. I think he might have been called Dan, the gaffer at the time. He was knocking me down and knocking me down. And do you know what? I needed the work, and also it was just one of them where I just thought, yeah, I'll get it done. I did the job, but yeah, after that, my prices were too much for him. I only went up by a couple of £100, just so I at least made £100 a day, I think. But he didn't want to know. But yeah, man, thanks for watching. I'm glad that you watched the videos, man. I'm buzzing. So you've actually seen me when I first started doing jobs like that. So yeah, good man. That's good to see, you know, proper good to see. Martin Drury, have you decided what shade of grey you are having yet? I didn't decide what shade of grey. I didn't decide what shade of grey we're having. You decided, didn't it? Well, it has been. It is done, yeah. You can't, yeah, but to be fair, you can't really tell, can you? The colour she went for, it's not even grey. It's called champagne cream. So, yeah, it's champagne cream, but it does look a bit grey, to be fair. It needs another coat anyway. We've got another tub down there. But yeah, it looks cushy. It's, yeah, man, it looks cush. Do for baby. Do for me little girl, my little princess. Can't wait. Have you decided what shade of grey? I read that one. Wait there, we've got. Yes, Dan, it was. Sounds like him knocking you down price-wise. Mate, that guy wasn't having none of it. I remember him to this day, like arguing over like 30 quid or something. Like, not arguing, but going, oh, just do it for a little bit less. Do it for, I think, you know. But I know it's a charity. Latch is a charity and they do good stuff for the community and stuff like that. So, you know what? I've done my dues. I've done my dues. And to be fair, mate, like I say, I needed it. I needed the work. I needed the money. I was struggling to get work at that time. So, yeah, man, I'm not going to moan. I'm not going to moan. But I know a few people who work for Latch now, who work there on the books full time. And one of them's actually doing some plastering. And I've been giving her some tips. So, good. Oh, yeah. Can't dip them for too long, mate. It'll vanish at the bottom of the cup, lad. Right. I'm going to go back to my TikTok. And we've got any tips for skimming over laughing plaster ceiling? Few bits are loose. Is overboard the best option? Tommy, check this out, Tommy. I did a plastering job, right? Just over a week ago. I did we were more or less a full house, barring a couple of bedrooms, right? Oh, mate, laughing plaster ceiling. So I'm chucking on this staircase and I got to the ceiling downstairs, which are Artex. And as soon as I laid onto it, I didn't PVA this. My labourer PVA'd it. So, yeah, he wouldn't have really realised, you know what I mean, at the time. He didn't really know what it was. But as soon as I put my trowel on, the ceiling bounced. So I was gutted. So I had to skim. I skimmed all the walls and I had to skim that. I've just got everything ready to go, you know what I mean? So I just skimmed everything on staircase that day, apart from the hallway ceiling. I had to come back and board and skim it, which wasn't bad, really. It took me about half an hour to board it and then to skim it. So it's what it is, mate. But yeah, lath and plaster, if it's spongy, bouncing, moving, loads of hairline cracks, pal, listen, get it overboarded. Cover yourself, mate. Like the last thing you want is weight on that, pulling it even more away. So I'll get that done. You ever had issues with inspection lights and stuff on snagging? Ripply walls, them high power lights are a nightmare. JP, mate, them lights, right? So personally, I've never seen it on a site. I've never seen on a site where people where someone comes on and shines a big light down. I've never actually seen that. I have seen someone shining a foam light before, which I kind of told them to get you sent off. And then I've actually had it on a job where people have plastered for me, where they've gone and then put like downlights in or stair lighters in, and they were the worst design ever. There were these ones, right, this guy got, and I don't even know why he picked them. They were so corny, mate. Like, they shot out in 4 directions. They were so corny, you know what I mean? And this was a re-skimmed staircase in an old Victorian villa, you know what I mean? So the walls were knackered anyway. And as soon as we've done it, and when we were skimming it, it only had like a little hole where the light were going to go, like a bulb or whatever. Anyway, when it was finished, they put it on, and this guy sent me loads of pictures. Oh, look at this. I'm like, mate, it's been re-skimmed. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're following the contour of the walls. What do you want? It goes on 2 mil thick. You know, we're not leveling walls off here. It's not over a plasterboard or out. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, it showed everything up and ended up, yeah, just being an argument, and ended up off the price of the job. It ended up costing me $1,000. In the scheme of the full project, which was about 10 grand, it ended up taking $1,000 off me just to sort out, you know, decorator, whatever. So a lot of shit, really. I was a bit pissed off at the time. But yeah, don't work for them anymore, Bellend. But yeah, other than that, matey, I haven't. Tom Murray, yeah, loose, skimmy. Jaders, we were knocking loose stuff, all house going. Don't knock it off, mate. Overboard it. Do not knock it off, mate. Overboard it. Just overboard it. Joel, blue corks all you sprayed over there. What were you spraying over? Actually spraying over wet dash. So it was, yeah, wet dash, mate. It was just bumpy and yeah, looked rubbish. But that's what I sprayed over, and it was painted as well. I jet washed it all down so the flaky paint come off. And that was it. But yeah, lovely. It's a lovely colour. Yeah. Yeah, Andrea. Joe, it is Andrea, yeah, Andrea. So she messaged me from time to time, and she's actually going to come and do some work with us as well. It'd be good to do a bit of work with her, and I'd like to probably talk to her about what it's like being a female in the construction trade. But yeah, I'm glad that she's doing well with it. To be fair, she's sound. I've knew her for years. She's lived in the same area as me. Knew her since I was knew of each other since I was like a kid. When we used to live up in Woodhouse. So yeah, man. Stuart Roberts, my man from Travel Talk. Good evening to you too, sir. I hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for watching. And I look forward to meeting you next Friday when we do this handover of a Fincoat setup. Going to give Stuart a Fincoat setup. Yeah, I look forward to meeting you and showing you what it is. Dead simple. Stuart's doing a Corksall job, an internal Corksall job. And that's what he's going to be doing, a lot of fin wall insulation. So you can use Corksall for fin wall internal insulation. So instead of sticking on the massive, you know, you can get like Thermoboard 60 mil and all that. This is like goes on like 6 to 8 mil. And then you skim it. So yeah, and it's as good, if not better, than insulation board. So yeah, that's what you can do with Corksall as well. It's another thing. So that's what Stuart's going to be using it for. And he's like, yeah, he's going to give him a setup, and he's gone. Jeff Lewis has asked me a question, right? How do you prep external painted walls if you're going to base coat over it? Thanks. Right, dudes, check this out, yeah? When it comes to painted walls, you've got to be quite vigorous with it, mate. You've got to be quite like, you've got to check that shit and double check it again. Because I've gone over painted walls before, and before I actually got too far into it, it was popping, and I was like, oh god, yeah. So for me, I always do pull tests. A pull test is something where you apply render to the painted surface, and then you put mesh in it, and then you put render over the top. So like you would with a Fincoat system, and you do it various patches around the house. So don't just do it off one elevation and think that's it. You probably want to do one at the top of the gable, bottom of the gable, go around to the back, do one at the bottom right corner, top left, middle, and do a few, do like 6 or 7 of them, right? Leave them to set and go off completely. Then what you do is you go back and you pull the mesh, and you pull the mesh like that, and if it pulls it away, then it's failed, hasn't it? But if you're pulling it and it's really hard to come away and then the bottom stays on, and the top comes off and the bottom stays on, you know, then we're laughing, aren't we? We're solid. So yeah, that's how you do a pull test. And then also, guys, there's something else that you can do. You can get renders base coats that are specifically for painted surfaces. So Baumit do a really good one called I think it's MC55, and it's mint. It's beautiful to use. If it wasn't so expensive, because stuff that goes over painted surfaces is expensive. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd probably use it all the time because it is beautiful to use. You can put loads of it on. Very high, very high. Oh God, how do you say it? Adhesion. That's the word. Adhesion. Pulling out the bangers, mate. Very high adhesion on MC55. So if you get it on a pavement, jet wash ain't getting it off, mate. Jet wash ain't moving it. So you need to shoot up properly. But yeah, Jeff Lewis, if it fails pull test, it's a hack off then. Not necessarily. Now, if it fails a pull test and the renders rock hard, there's a couple of things you can do. You can either get a powerful jet wash, and that might take the layer of paint off. So then you've got something underneath that you can adhere to. Original render, hopefully. So you can jet wash it, you can blast it, or you can get a surface blaster. So like I've got a scrabbler and I've got a grinder disc with grinders with, like, you can get a special disc for them. And basically, if you skim over the surface with that and the paint pops off, happy days. So that can be cost effective for you. You know, a couple of you just get a couple of them and just go over it for a few days. It saves you time in getting it off hacking it all off, because you could cause damage to the property, and then you've got to shovel it all up, and then you've got to pay for a skip, and then it's just hard work in it. So there's a few ways around it, mate. You don't always have to remove it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, angle grinder or a scrabbler will get, you know, the paint off. I've actually got a job next month that I'm doing that requires this. The house is absolutely bulletproof, mate. It's bulletproof. And to be fair, I would have just sprayed cork over it, but it's so bumpy and these people want an immaculate finish. So for me, I'm going to do a pull test on it anyway. But I think I'm going to just give it a good old scrabble and a good old jet wash as well. Get as much paint off as I can, to be fair. So the pull test might be irrelevant, to be honest with you. But I'd rather make sure they're paying good money for it, and, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, it's that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, pull test, mate. If you're thinking about going straight over paint, do a pull test. Yeah, last one I did in Wakefield was a couple of years ago, and that was when I did a pull test, and it passed. And I actually used FASA on that. I didn't use MC55 on Baumit. I used FASA, and the one that FASA is called is K over 3.0, and you can get that from Rendit. And that were beautiful to work with again. All white cement in them and stuff like that. Mate, Jeff, 6 mil all the way, pal. 6 mil systems are the one. I love 6 mil systems. They're the best ones. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's what you want to do. Get one of them. JP giving a good advice on there. It is about CFM. It is about CFM. It is about CFM, mate. You got to replace the air that's there. I've got a compressor that I'm promoting right now through from the Predator range, which is basically runs at 5.5 bar consistently, and it's light, tiny. It's beautiful. Must just have to drop that in there. I've got a video coming up on it too. Got plenty of videos on all this stuff I'm doing, Anna, coming up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, Jeff, 6 mil systems are a one, mate. I love a 6 mil system. Usually on EWI or, like you say, over dash jobs and stuff like that. The aim is not to add loads of weight. We want to keep it as light as we can. Cat's here, causing mayhem. What's up here? Come on. Come here then. Oh, there you go, big girl. Say hello to my friends. Say hello. You're on camera. Here she is. She's my baby. You're right, girl. Absolutely love this cat. She's absolutely gorgeous. Aren't you gorgeous, you? Tell him you're gorgeous. Tell him. Go on, tell him. She's gone quiet. Shy on camera here. Ooh. All right, let you down. Here you go, big girl. That's my baby angel. Had her for 11 years now. Yeah, actually, someone else just actually made a good comment. You can pin it as well onto painted surfaces. You're meant to pin it as well. Not all specs are to pin, but some of them are. Yeah. What we're saying down here. Use 6mm over brick as well. No. So on brickwork, it's 10mm minimum. Usually people spec for 15, but it's 10mm over brickwork. Yeah, not 6mm. I do 6mm over stuff like dashing and stuff like that. Or anything where I need to be really tight, I'll use a 6mm system. And it never ends up being 6mm at all, because once you've stuck a bead on and got it level, you're out over it anyway, aren't you? So it's never 6mm. But yeah. What's the pins for pinning though? The insulation ones are too deep. Nah, you can get I've got some actually outside. You can get some that got a flat head on them. Like whereas the other ones you've got a pin in it. It's not like that. It's a straight flat head and you just tap it in and it pins it to the wall. Yeah, man. So yeah, Cameron Trotman, sick cat, mate. I love her. She's my baby. I proper love her. We got two of them, two sisters. So that one's called Angel, and she's 11. I think she's 11, or she might be 10. And then we've got Bella, which is a younger sister, and she's either 10 or 9. So they're a year apart, same parent, different dad. Mum was one of them ones, sleeper. But yeah, she's lovely, pal. Is she a ragdoll breed? I had a British Blue stunning cat breed. British Blues are unbelievable. We nearly got another. We were going to get another cat, and it was going to be a British Bull. But no, she's a Chinchilla Persian. Chinchilla Persian. That's what the missus wanted. That's what she got. She got 2. But yeah, I tell you the truth, I'm not saying that in a thingy way because I love it, mate. I love the cats, to be fair. Angel's mine, Bella's hers. So can't complain, really. I'll absolutely love her. How do you pull bad external walls out with base coat using 10mm if the walls are really bad and have had previous scratch coats or over stone gables? So depends, man, because I don't mind me. You know, if an house has got like loads of like, you know, on the corner coins and stuff like that are all knackered, I just blast them off me, mate. I'd just rather get my grinder. I mean, not my grinder, me breakers on it. Invest in a good breaker and you're no problem. But I will tell you, if a wall's really out, an old wall, you're just gonna have to live with it. And you know, basically, you can do a scratch coat over the worst areas just to build it out a bit more before you bead it. But generally, I just go ahead and bead it up, and then just try and build it out with base coat. That's it. Baumit actually do something called, oh man, what's it called? What's it called now? I forgot what the name of it is, but Baumit do a really lightweight base coat, which is made for going over substrates which are so out of like really badly out. The bag's massive, yeah. The bag's like this big, yeah, but it weighs nothing because it's meant to just be a bulker. It's meant to bulk out areas, you know what I mean, before you actually put your base coat on. It's got high adhesion and it can be built out really thick. But yeah. But that's it, mate. You just got to live with it, Jeff. It's one of them. Come across it from time to time where you're getting really bad walls. And yeah, you just got to grit it, bear it. I've had to build walls out like that before, mate. You know, I don't know what that is, really. 3 or 4 inches, maybe a bit more. KZP 65. Yes, it is KZP 65 because 55's the normal one and 65 is, yeah, there you go. So base and mesh dub out, then base coat over that. It depends what you're doing. If you're preparing it for monocouche, then you're just gonna have to use your base coat. And if you're just gonna, no, I wouldn't even be bothered about 2 layers of mesh really. As long as you dub it out, it don't matter if it's gonna crack, mate. It's gonna crack in it. You want your mesh as close to the top either way. So I won't even worry about double meshing it. It don't really do all. I think the whole theory of mesh is like people think mesh is gonna hold an house together. I used to think the same. It don't. It just stops hairline cracks really. If an house is pagged and it's gonna crack, it's gonna crack. So mesh ain't gonna do that. Helps it a little bit. Sounds good, doesn't it? When I say it helps for impact and that, but believe me, if an house starts moving, impact don't mean shit. It's gonna go. See you later. And that's it. So yeah. Someone asked me which breakers are you using. So, oh god, I got a right itch there. Breakers I use from Hilti. I've got 3 breakers from there. I've got the TE 300, the TE 500, and the TE 700. And basically, the 300 is like a little nipper that uses a standard SDS fitting on it, and that I've got like a flat thing that was taking tiles off. And also good for doing like little delicate areas like window reveals. Then I've got the 500, the T500, which is big chat. That's what we call it, the big chat. Get the big chat out. That's the 500, and that's like, yeah, she's a beast. And then we've got the 700, which it's more or less one down from a jack. I've lent that to my mate Dan. This is my boy. I lent it to him. He's got to break some concrete flooring up at his house, do an extension there. I'm going to jump on and help him do that. And I lent him a breaker. And yeah, he's just like, mate, this is a joke. Like, it wants to be. It costs like 1,500 quid. So might have even been more than that, to be fair. But yeah, the Hilti ones are the best ones out there. They're the best ones. I remember when I worked at Roddy's, he got a Hilti breaker. And like, I was like, everyone was like, yo, the Hilti breaker's the one. Like, that's the best one. Yeah. So yeah, get on the Hilti ones, mate. CF Paint Services. Hello, my brother. Hope you're well. Any tips on getting your own jobs and dropping off subbing? Mate, talk about this every other week, really. Listen, bro. Donny. What you need to do, right, is start getting on social media posts. Do your Instagram, do your Facebook, and let your personal friends know that. So like people who are on your friends, like on your normal Facebook. So if you're going to post something on your business page, yeah, share it to your normal Facebook as well. You'd be surprised how many jobs you'll get through just friends and family who'll recommend you because someone at work wanted a plaster or something like that. So that's what I'd say you need to do if you aren't doing that already. And if you are, it means your content's no good. If you're not getting out from it, so you need to probably do a couple of videos now and then, saying what you're doing, why you're doing it, and stuff like that, and just educate them a little bit. That's the best way for you to get through to people, wanting to refer you. A lot of my work comes from referral now. I don't advertise anywhere apart from the only things you see are my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook. They're the only 3 things I use. But because of the content I put out, I'll put out information. I tell people how I'm doing this, why I'm doing that, why we render like this, why we cox all like that. And that's how I get more jobs. I just make sure that people in my area see me and I get recommended for it all the time. So people are like that, this is the guy you need to use. There you go. So that's my biggest tip to anyone who ain't doing it right now. In your local area, you need to be posting stuff, mate. Especially on your friends list. Let everyone know what you do. If no one knows what you do, how can they recommend you, So that's one thing. Man, JP says, thin coat end of the house, and if it cracks, get the corks all out. The snag eliminator, the crack eliminator corks all. I was shocked, when I was spraying over some airline cracks because I was thinking, before I knew about it, I was thinking, airline cracks, how come we just spray over them? Mate, honestly, after you've done 2 or 3 coats, they're gone. And it creates like its own surface almost, you know what I mean? Bad boy. Absolutely mint it is. Absolutely mint. I've got a couple of questions for you guys, though. Yeah, instead of you asking me, I've got some questions for you. So I want to know, right? When it comes to let's just say plastering, yeah. What do you prefer to use? Do you like to have uh, a stainless steel trowel? So let's just say standard laying on trowel, 13 or 14 inch, and then do you finish with a metal flexi, 13, 14 inch again? What do you think about that as a setup? That's all I really use. Um, so I just want to know what you guys use. What's your system? So when you're plastering, what do you do? When you're doing internal plastering, what do you do? What trowels do you use? I want to know what trowels do you use. Type in, tell me what they are. I want to know. I want to know your systems. A little bit of market research here. I want to know your processes with it. Get them typed in. Yeah, Jay, you watched the video on it. Yeah, man, it's wicked, honestly. Would you recommend staying as a sole trader or set up limited company and get a few lads working? Mate, it's up to you, innit? It's, you know, it's headache, innit, when you start setting up companies and trying to hire people. Using working with subbies is one of the hardest things because you're not just running. It's hard, you're not just working for yourself, talking to customers. You've got to also deal with that person. So you've got to have a variety of skills, I think. Luckily enough for me, mate, I'm quite a I can talk to more or less anyone. Do you know what I mean? But one thing I am is when it comes to my graft is like if someone's not really on it or whatever, I can be a little bit of a stickler. So I don't think I'm the best to work with lots of people when it comes to having a business. So I've done that and I didn't enjoy it. So for me now, what I do, I just work with myself and a labourer who's proper sound. To be fair, he's such a good lad. So me and Martin just work together, and then obviously I'm doing my training and stuff like that, where I'm working alongside other people. But I like training people, helping people, and obviously doing my machine stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, it's up to you, matey. If you want to take on more people, do not think for 1 minute because you've got 5 people working for you that you're going to be rich. Do you know what I mean? Just don't think of it like that because that's what people think. You know, the simple maths people go is, well, if I charge £200 a day and I pay 150 a day, that means I'm going to make £50 a day off each one. Don't work like that, mate. You've got to think about the overheads. You got to think about the times when you have to go back to the job that they've done that shit. You got to think about the times when they're wasting all the materials, when they've mixed up too much gear and throw it in bin. You know, there's loads of things that happen, mate. Damage someone's carpet and you have to pay for a new one. There's loads of different things to think about, mate. So for me, I just like to do top end rendering jobs. I think the best way to go is to niche, like be a niche. Anyone can start a plastering business or pulls a plasterer, but running a successful one's another thing. Man said Marshalltown all the way, steel to put it on. Marshalltown, then my Rafina spat to flat finish with an ox. Yo, you're just using all of them, aren't you? You're just like Marshalltown, then you're on to Rafina, and then you're on to the ox. Mate, you need to just get a brand and stick to it, you lad. Marshalltown 14-inch spermship all the through, flat and 2 water cross trial. Wow, Jamie, you got that to a T. And flattened then midi flex for final 2. First wet with 2 and finish with a Naylor Superflex 2 JP. That's, you know what, Jay? That's the same as me. That's me. That's what I do. Exactly what you would have said. That's the only setup now, really. Marshalltown and Mary Frina. Yeah, I've read that. 14-inch Marshall with 16-inch Neela Superflex. So you're all going for the Neela Superflex, are you? All right. Plastering is a hard business to train newbies at. It's very hard, mate. And mate, I'll tell you the truth. I aren't training anyone anymore to work for me like that. Not at this point anyway. So yeah, no, it's not good. I use a needle spat on wide reveals to get them flat, but very rare. Okay. So we're all using the trowels and this. So we're using a 14-inch to lay on and to cross it at the end. And then we're crossing at the end, we're using a 14 to a 16, and it's a flex. All right, okay, guys, because I'm gonna tell you something in a minute that you're gonna be buzzing about. Well, Jeff Lewis, I lay on with a Marshalltown 20x5, then use Rafina black last wet trowel and over skim, stay with the stainless all the way through. Good man. 14-inch MT carbon right to the end, and a dry wipe with a flexi for me. All right, so that's Mark Neeson. So he uses a Plaziflex on the end. Good comments. MT Permaflex is as good as a Neela Superflex as well. Mint trowel. Right, cool. So my system is basically the same as what Jay's saying on TikTok. I use the spats Rafina. So I use Rafina spats, yeah, to flatten in everything that I lay on. I lay on with a Marshalltown. What's my Marshalltown now? Perma Shape. Is it a Perma Shape? The gold handle? I think it's that one. And then I've been finishing with a Neela 14-inch Superflex. Now, this is the beauty. You know what? I don't even know if I should say this. I might just wait until it's actually fully done. Yeah, I'm going to wait till it's fully done. All I'm going to say to you is this. I've been working with some people to get some other tools added to the Predator range. And yeah, there's going to be some trials now. You know what? I'm not going to tell you what we're going to be doing, but I'm going to tell you everything we've got is made in the same place as the other ones. So that's all you need to know. It's made in the same place as the other ones. So that's telling you it's going to be good. It's going to be good. The only difference is it's going to be told by someone who uses them every day. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to have a range of everything, and it's going to be coming very soon. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure you'll see the adverts and the posts and the videos. And guess what? I'll probably be doing a video reviewing them. Yeah. JP, DeWalt have jumped on the bandwagon as well with the trowels. Hey, man, everyone thinks they can jump on it now, don't they? DeWalt, they've got a big market now, aren't they? As in, DeWalt use... a lot of people in drywalling use DeWalt tools, don't they? So a lot of them use it. They use the spats. They've got nice spats, and then they've got good scrapers, good fillers, and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people are jumping on DeWalt stuff, and it's only right because they're doing well anyway. Do you know what I mean? So is what it is. I think the market's got a lot of trials, a lot of options in it, but I do think for a long time Marshalltown have been killing it. You haven't changed nothing. And to be honest with you, out of all the trials I've used, I don't think I've met one that's been better than it. But then again, it's like, I've used Rafina ones and thought they were good. I've used a Neela Premiums. Now I've got 2 Neela Premiums. And like I say, I'm a man of my word. I'm not just going to, because I'm doing something to say that something's not good. I actually rate them. I think they're good trowels. They are a good trowel. Bit pricey, but they are good. They are good. But like I say, all of them, I can't say a bad thing about any of them. Even like, I think the only shit ones I've really used are like a Ragney skimming trowel or shit, but Ragney angle trowel's the best one in it. So it's crazy. Oliver Ridley. MT or Neela, no, sorry, Makita or DeWalt. I don't know. I'm struggling, mate. I'm struggling because I need to start getting a new tools range going. I don't know what I'm going to go with though, because I'm not going with Hilti. I'm only going to use Hilti for the breakers. I'm not going to use Hilti for the rest of them. They're good, but I'm not really asked about them. So I don't know if I'm off back to Makita or if I'm going to use DeWalt or even use that Milwaukee. I'm not sure, man. Yeah, Milwaukee. Someone's just commented Milwaukee. I'm not sure though, mate. I'm proper. Don't even get me going because it's blagging my head. That's the reason why I ain't got no new tools recently, and the batteries are all gone on my Hiltis, and it's killing me, man. I need to get them sorted. So yeah, I ain't using Bosch, mate. What you wanna? Laser White, use Bosch. I ain't using Bosch, mate. They only make a good laser level loader. Nah, I can't use Bosch, bro. We're not Sparkies here, man. We're thingy out. We're on site. We've got to be able to take a little bit of a chin in, you know what I mean? My Nearly Premium has been breaking in for about 5 years. Seems a lot thicker. Yeah, JP, do you know what, mate? That's what it is. They do take a long time to break in. But yeah, if you get it on render, you'll get it working nice. And to be fair, I've absolutely smashed out plastering with my premium and it boxed it off. It was all right, I'll be honest with you. It was good. Chris has asked me on YouTube, Joel, what do you think to the training you'll get when buying a machine? Laugh out loud, bought one and always want to go back to hand, material spraying, wet, then fit, going everywhere, trying to persist. Chris, answer me a question. What machine have you got? How long have you had it? When did you get it? Where are you? Answer that for me, please, Chris. Yeah, JP's good gear. JP, mate, Bosch is good gear. Les, Bosch is good gear. Good instruments, mate, but it's too nice. It's too nice for plastering and rendering. Just like Panasonic, do a sick drill, don't they? Ain't using that for plastering, mate. My Hilti stuff, I don't even want to use that, but to be fair, it's robust anyway. But the batteries are shit, man. Dead already. I prefer to use the carbon. Oh, 13-inch all the way. Danny Arbuckle. Yo, Danny, answer this question for me. Have you changed your name from Plastervate to D Arbuckle Plastering? Because someone requested me under your name and it wasn't Plastervate anymore. So let me know if you've done that or if someone's trying to have you over. It must be good if people are trying to copy your name and that, mate. Oliver Ridley, seen your work, drill. My end of qual apprenticeship in May. Don't know what to do next. Got my end of qual apprenticeship in May. What does that mean? You're going to be qualified in May? Does that mean you're going to be actually qualified plasterer in May? What have you been doing? Have you been doing an apprenticeship? Tell me what you've been doing. Let me know what you've been doing, man. Plastering. Cheers, matey. 3-year apprenticeship. Working for someone, Oliver. Let me know if you've been working for someone. Did you get plastered for your birthday? No. Mate, do you know what? Yeah, I'm not a teetotal. Like, I'd be lying if I said I'm teetotal, but I used to, like, rave all the time, mate, and be out all the time and pissed up. And now I'm just like, you know what? I'm not a boring bastard, mate. Like, don't think of it like that. I'm not all. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place. I'll turn up. You know what I mean? I'll do it, mate. We'll have it. But the reality is, for me, it's like, God, work and that. And I've got so many like things going on business wise that I need to keep my head going in game. And my missus is pregnant, and you know we've got a house to do up, and it's just like, oh man, it's constant for me. It's constant. Like when I'm coming onto these lives now, yeah, you probably see me yawn because I'm shattered, mate. I'm shattered. I've just been grafting, mate. So yeah, I did not get plastered, even though sometimes I wish I could. I didn't, man. But yeah, I'll make up for it. At some point this year, I'll make up for it. Maybe when I go wet my baby's head, I'll make up for it. But yeah, thanks for asking, mate. You can buy me a beer if you want. Get a DeWalt 54-volt mixer, nicest one to use, and you can use the batteries on the other tools. Hey, you know what? That's a good shout, Jeff. That is a good shout, that, mate. Yeah, I've heard good mixed reviews about DeWalt mixer, though. I've heard it's good. And I've heard it's bad. The actual mixer, not the batteries, because you can't argue with them batteries, mate. 54 volts in a battery, mate. You know what I mean? Runs lawnmowers and that. Madness. David, yeah, hangovers. Hangovers last too long these days, mate. Trust me. If I went on a proper bender like and got lit, yeah, it's like 3 days, pal. And it's not even just the hangover, you know what I mean? It's the fucking mindset in it. Like, man, I feel depressed, man, after after a night out. Like next day, I'm like, he put me out of my misery. You know what I mean? That's why. So yeah, I don't do anything anymore these days that inflicts that kind of pain on my brain, man. I rather swerve it. You know what I mean, mate? There's other stuff you can do to let your hair down in it, man. You know what I mean? I've got loads of questions now. Yeah, Mark Neeson, we're in Edinburgh. I'm gonna let my hair down in Edinburgh in 4 weeks' time. Only for one night though. The next day I'm off to get a spa before I drive home. So yeah. What have we got here? Like I don't mind stuff. I just enjoy plastering more. What do you reckon the average day rate for internal work should be these days up north? Wow, some good questions popping off here, boy. What's your rate and the average day rate for internal? I don't know what the average day rate would be, but I'm gathering. I couldn't tell everyone what they think it should be. I think 150 a day is like for a flat range is all right as a plasterer. £750 a week. Is it £750 a week? Yeah, is it 700? No, it's £700 a week, isn't it? Shit, my maths is off key. This is how you know I'm tired. I can't even do simple sums. Basically, yeah, you want to be aiming for around that. You know what I mean? Coming in with what would that be a month? Just under £3,000 minus tax. Yeah, 20. Yeah, I think when I was working for someone, the max I used to get after taxes were about 2,300-400 a month. It was after tax. So maybe it's gone up a little bit since then. But yeah, I think it's depends on a lot of things, you know what I mean? Who are you working? Who are you working for? What jobs you're doing? What's your skill set? What's your experience? There's lots of things to go on, but I think any plasterer who's worth the salt doing an 8 till 4 day, 150 a day, 2 sets, lovely. And that's up north. Down south, I'd probably say you're knocking onto 200 quid, aren't you? Because I know it costs a bomb to live down there, and it's not even that nice. So shit. Les White, surely must be doing more than just plastering now, mate. Do you have a go at other trades? No, I don't. Do you know what, mate? I can do most things in the trades, as in, like, say most things. I'm not a jack of all. Like, I'm not an expert at doing stuff. But if you ask me to put a skirting board on, I'll put a skirt. I can do a skirting board. I can do an arcade. I can hang a door. But no, the thing in business is, right, like, check this out. It's not the aim to be able to do a variety of things. When you specialize in something, you can charge more money for it. So for me, doing rendering, I get to charge top level money because I'm specializing in that. That's what I do. I don't do one day do a bit of rendering, next day go do a bit of flooring, next day go do a bit of sparking. I don't need to. It's like, listen, I'm rendering. This level here, this is what I charge. If you want me, boom, there you go. That's where it is. So the key to it is to specialize in a niche, mate. That is what you need to do. And that's in any job you do. You know what I mean? Any job you do, you want to specialize in an area and excel at that area and get the top whack at, you know, for that. So I've got plenty on TikTok now. It's popping off. Very now, mate. Do you go? Congrats on a baby. I'm 3 kids in. It gets exciting the more you have. I sense a hint of sarcasm there. It's my first one, yeah. Yeah, sick. Thanks for that as well, mate. Cheers, man. Oh man, you're sick. Yeah, not working as well, but only got £30. Same JP. I used all to pull my gaff for a lot of working as well, but only got 30 quid. I pay £400 again and again just to get Johnny out of the van, mate. These lot are having a convo here. I'm just jumping on it. I'll let them have it. Advice on spraying thin coat, mate. Spray mono, never spray thin coat. If you've never sprayed it, you want to get a little handheld setup, like a speedy spray or something like that. And basically, it's easy. You just base coat up, get it nice and flat, sponge it up like you would sand and cement, primer it, and then when you're spraying it over the top, mate, all you need to do is, like say, mix it up with water, get a good consistency, make sure you've got plenty of air, stand at a distance. Just remember, when you're spraying thin coat, it's not like monocouche. With monocouche, you can take it away. That's what it is. You can't put it back. With thin coat, you can add more to it. So I'd rather start further away, start spraying the texture, and you know what? It looks a bit patchy, a bit thingy. You can get a bit closer, or you can go over it again. So that's a little tip for you there. You can always add to thin coat. You can't take it. You don't really want to be going close and battering it and having big bumpy patches everywhere. Start further out and build it up gradually. Yeah, that's a little tip for thin coat spraying. But yeah, what someone asked me on here, question. Does the Optimix 10 spray mono or just thin coat? It sprays anything. It'll spray monocouche. The only thing you have to do is mix up the monocouche, pour it into the hopper, and it'll spray it. That's it. So it sprays anything, mate. It'll spray monocouche. To be fair, I don't do much monocouche, but I've got a little job that I could probably, a little job. I've got a semi-detached house, which is quite an easy house to do, I'll be honest. It's quite an easy job. I'll probably do spray it on there just so I can get a video out of it, and I can, show people what the Optimix can do. I love the Optimix. It's great. It's a banging machine. Jordan Young, spot on, mate. No problem, pal. That's what I'm here for. Answer your questions, give you some help and advice. That's what I want you to do. But yeah, I'm going to do a video of it. What's this called? Yeah, what minimum requirements for compressor for thin coat sprayer? Right, okay. What minimum requirements for compressor? So, dude, it's like, God, you're asking me all this technical stuff. You want to worry about your CFM, so you want to make sure that it's pumping out enough, and I think it's around 10 you want. For most things, you want around 8 to 10 CFM, but I think I go on bar. I go on consistency of bar, which is on mine is 5. It's roughly 5 bar, maybe a little bit more on a new compressor I've got, but on old ones I've got, it used to start on like 6, and then by time, because the tank wasn't refilling as quick as it should, but it used to drop to about 4, which is really low. And that's when it will it'll start to go a bit thicker, the spray. But what I found is not filling the hopper all the way up with that setup. So I used to just fill it halfway, and by the time I got to the bottom, it's done anyway. I need to unplug it, put more in, put it back together. When spraying cork though with that compressor, it don't matter. It just keeps pumping it out, mate. The consistency stays the same. So yeah, it's great. The size nozzle I use for thin coat, I think it's 6mm. I think I use a 6mm nozzle. Yeah, but I've actually on my Optimix, I've been using a 4mm nozzle on my Optimix, and that is tight, mate. That is a tight spray. Can you send me a link for a setup for spraying thin coat, pal? First cork job next week. Yeah, I'll send you it on the message, Vinny. I'll just write that down now. I'll message you it through. So I've been using my speedy spray today, and I've been using it the last couple of days really on this little job I've been doing. And honestly, mate, I'm shocked. It's great. The compressor's great. The airlines, it's banging. It's a nice setup, mate. It's a nice setup. Yeah. So I'll send you through what I've been using. That's what I'd recommend. So I'll send you that through. What's this? Got some numbers on that mono job, Joel. Mono, is that the one? Is that the one that were 450 meters? Is that the one? Or 900 meters, I think it was. Was it that? I think it was that one, 900. I can message you back though if that's the one. If that's the. I can't see your name, you see, but I'm guessing that's it because that's the only person who I've been talking to about a job. How much water are you putting into thin coat to get a tight flat finish? So for me, dude, it's 400 to 500 mil of water. Now, I don't think they like you going much over that because it starts to jeopardize the actual silicone, the product, you know what I mean? It starts to jeopardize it. So you don't want to go over much more than that. So yeah, for me, it's about 400 to 500. I've got that not Optimix. I've got the water thing, me. What are they called now? What are they called now? What's that mixer I've got called? I forgot what it's called, mate. That ain't good, is it? But anyway, it's got a water measurer on it. So basically, I can type in how much mil I want, and then it basically press play and it pours that exact amount. But yeah, I've been doing 400 to 500 on a mix. Colo mix. See, that's what we need. People like that who watch and know what I'm on about. The Colo mix mixer. I've got the Colo mix water meter. Thanks for that, my man. I appreciate that. Still not decided on which machine to buy yet. Brain hurts with it all. Heart is set on the K4. Right, T and D. So what? Your heart set on the K4? How come it's set on the K4? Again, good machine. I've had it for years. I've used it for years. I love her. I won't lie. I love her. But yeah, you know, it's one of them, innit? Why have you set on it? Why do you want a K4? Yeah, Vinny, mate. Yeah, he didn't use any accelerator. Yeah, he needs some accelerator. But then again, it could catch you off, can't it, as well? Hand applied silicone is a much better finish. Now, check this out, yeah? Hand applied silicone is a much better finish. It's down to that there, right? Is down to personal preference for one. Yeah, I'm not having a go at you here, mate. Don't think I'm having a go at you at all. I actually do think it looks really nice as well. But from a business point of view, from a rendering point of view, as far as your body physically and all that kind of stuff, and it can be sprayed, that's your option. Why would you ever want to hand apply it? Like, yeah, exactly. It makes much more sense to spray. It does. It does for everybody. You know what I mean? Because if I were going to hand apply my top coat and rub it up, I'm adding another tenner to the meter price, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm adding another tenner. So, but there you go. So you'd spray customers, but would hand apply my own. Well, do you know what I'd do on my own, mate? I'd spray and rub my own. That's what I'd do. No, I wouldn't have to spray it. I would just spray it, mate. Yeah, spray all the way for me, mate. All the way for me. Hey up, Mucker. I've just bought a new Benny Carbon X15. Awesome bit of kit. You ever used the Benny? I've never used the Benny, but I've heard they're really good. I just think it's one of them where you've got to use a drill though and push it to end and that, aren't you, to get it go through. But I've heard that they do leave a really nice finish. But nah, I haven't used one, mate. I haven't used one. And all the stuff that I've got now, I won't even be interested in getting one, to be fair. But I've heard they are sick, and I have seen the finish to leave is sick. But yeah, it's grafting it. Hi Joel, I've got the Pred Light, but looking at getting the Optimix for base coat, for base and fin coat, hoping to be at DBP on Tuesday for the demo. Yes, Dale. So they are having a demo on Tuesday. I'm not going to be able to make that one, I don't think. It'd have been good though to come down, meet some more people, but I'm not there this Tuesday. I'm stacked out. So yeah, go down, have a look at the Optimix, man. I was showing someone the Optimix last week, and someone who was dead set against machines and stuff like that. Well, not dead set, but they weren't really asked about them. You know, they're old school and bashing it, not bothered. And literally, when I showed him how to do the rendering on that with the Optimix and a serrated edge, he was like, his mind was blown. So yeah, it's good going down to these demo days and these spray days, because you get to see, if you've only watched videos of mine or other people's on Instagram and all that, it looks easy, and then some people might think it looks hard. I don't know, but the reality is, when you go down to these spray days, for me, when I'm there, right, I'm going to show you how to deal with a render as well. So when we do a spray, yeah, I'm going to show you why I have it so wet. I'm going to show you what tools we use to rule it up and why. you know what I mean? So I think it's all right with machines and that. It's all right, some of these people selling machines, right? But not telling you how to actually use it. And I think with Predator, that's what, like, you know, with what we've done down there, how I've approached it with them, and now how they've come back to me and responded to what I've said. It's just volume. Do you know what I mean? It speaks volumes for what they want to do for the industry. So I told them it's shit selling someone a machine for, you know, £8,000 to £10,000 and then showing them how to set it up and that, and then sending them on the way. It's no good. It's no good. And they listen to that. And you know what? It's one of them with me working there now, like working with them guys alongside them. It's like I'm going to be bringing that into the training there, you know, the training aspect of people who buy machines. And we're even going to be opening up dedicated days to actually show people who've got machines or people who, you know, just might want to learn how to rule up render and stuff like that and how to get it going. They're going to be, you know, we're going to be offering them there. So it'll just be a training day. You'll have to pay to come down to do them ones. But they actually do free spray days as well, where they're showing you stuff and showing you machines. But for more in-depth stuff, I'm actually going to be doing more of that down there. So, you know, get on the Rendervate Hub. I'll be posting dates on there, my Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube, because I'll be posting dates and stuff like that when I'm doing it. And that's what it is. But yeah, like Jeff, like you say, you're gonna do a training day with Mr. Smooth. It's more or less the same thing. That's what I'll be doing there. But yeah, Mr. Smooth, I highly recommend it. He's, you know, he's the goat in here. He knows his stuff, mate. He's banging. So yeah, I definitely would jump on that, mate. If it's there, get on it. But yeah, man, it's one of them things when it comes to machines. I believe that how the render works through a machine compared to how it works, you know, from being hand applied, from the application, how it's mixed up, everything like that, to treating it after, is something that you need to really, that is something that you need to like be learned, be taught. Do you know what I mean? It's like how to react with it, because it is a different type of game. And I don't think anyone who's selling you a machine will be able to offer you that like we do. So, you know, Predator, that's something that I've made sure that you had to bring in. You know what I mean? The training has to be designed different. We're setting up the training yard now. We're doing a training yards there already, right? But we're redesigning it. So we're going to be putting in internals in. We're going to be doing an external angle, an internal angle, a window. So these are the things that have been missing off the walls. You know what I mean? So I want all this stuff set up there, and that's what the guys are going to be setting up for us there. So, you know, it's little bits like that that I've been put in for us. It's all for us, so that we can, you know, learn better. You know, so that's it. You know, it's all right me showing you how to spray a flat wall, but how do you know about spraying around a window and when to shut the gun off? Do you know what I mean? People like that with gun all over the shop because they don't understand how, you know, they forget. You can easily forget how to do it. You know, I've had people work for me before, and literally I've been with me, and they just forget that you need to shut the gun off before you put the shut off valve on. Do you know what I mean? They shut the shut off valve and then shut the gun. It's fucking gonna backfire on you and blow up. I lost my finger one time, so I've learned. Do you know what I mean? But these are all things that I'm going to be doing, you know, down at the yard in Bradford through Predator. So yeah, man. Yeah, Jeff, like I say, mate, Mr. Smooth's close to you, makes sense, go there, and you can't go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's class. He is class. Second to none, that guy, I'm telling you. What's this? Yeah, Mr. Smooth is top of the game, in my opinion. Mate, I'm not going to disagree with you there. Not at all. He is top of the tree, mate, 100%. You're really getting the machine out for a 10-bag job, though? Yes, of course I am. Why would I not? 10-bag job through my Optimix is absolute treat. That's like, what, 3 buckets that I've mixed that I need to mix up? Yeah, I'm balling that on. The reality is as well, it's like, how are you going to get the depth? Do you know what I mean? When you're trying to, when you think about it, if you're trying to get 15 mil pass, right, on a wall or whatever, it's like, that's either 2 passes or it's thick gear. Mixing it thick, you might think it's, I've got it in one hit and mix it thick, but then you've got a chance of separation underneath the surface. Do you know what I mean? You've got it where it might be too heavy and it might come away from the background. There's loads of different things that go wrong. So you're going to be doing it in two, really. And then that's just a longie, in it. Two passes. It's like, fuck that. I'd rather spray it. Do you know what I mean? So for me, yeah, I'm getting my Optimix out. The machine's small. It plugs into a normal mains and I can run 5-10 meter hose off it. So if I'm doing a little garden wall or a bay, mate, it's an absolute treat to use. It takes 2 minutes to clean out. I'll take the hose off, put a ball fruit hose to clean it, wrap the hose up, and then just basically run a nose pipe into the hopper. Machine's clean. Pick it up by myself, put it back in truck. No brainer, mate. Why am I going to be mixing up and getting an handboard and trowel and try to lay it on and balance on ladders or get down on my knees doing all that? Forget that. Not a chance. Spray all day. Oliver, I've got my work to do on rendering. Mate, only way you're going to get better is by doing it, you know. JP, how do you get on when the sun hits it, mate? Seen a lot of. Do you know what, mate? Yeah, I haven't really had that many bad ones, but I have had jobs where, honestly, it's. I have actually had it where, yeah, you looked at it and you think, oh, you know, sun's hit that. It's just one of them things, mate. It's light in it. You can't do what about it for like 1 minute of the day. That's how it's going to look. You just have to take it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. More than 10 is my rule, Vinny. Yeah, mate. That's it, man. If you can finger in it, you can do it by hand. You can, you know, it don't mean you can't do it. Like the thing is, it's like when people going about the machines, right? And like Dale's asked me, you know, if you had a little K1 job, say a tin bagger, could you run it through Optimix? Of course you can, yeah. That's it. Run it through Optimix. Guys, honestly, the machines are there to save us, like the full movement of mixing up over a tub. You think about this, like you've got gear on a driveway when you get dropped off, haven't you? It comes on a pallet. All right. You've got to then move them bags, right? We've got a 3-tier scaffolding. We've got 1, 2, 3 to get to the peak of the gable end. We've got 2. We've got a lift at the front, maybe a little one again, but you've got 2 or 3 lifts, yeah? So what we have to do is we've got 100 meters to do. So let's just say the ground's, I don't know, 30 bags, middle's 30 bags, tops 30 bags, 10 bags left over, whatever to do. We distribute it, 33 each lift, whatever. That's 60 odd bags that we need to get up the scaffolding, yeah? That's 60 odd bags that we have to distribute up the scaffolding, yeah? Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next part. We need to get then all the water for this. So we can set a hose pipe up. We're not daft. We're not going to carry buckets up, are we? You're going to get a nose pipe. That's saying if you get a nose pipe for it. But, you know, back in the day, people used to go down and fill buckets up. I'll get labourer to do it. Hose pipe, whatever. Cool. Right, that's fine. So mixer. Okay, 110 mixer. It's on a lead. Whatever. I know now you've got cordless mixers, but, you know, 110 lead, yeah, up to the top. No problem. Got that sorted. Then we need the handboard. We need the trowels. We need the gauges. We need the washout bucket for a mixer. God, what else do we need? We need serrated edges. We need rules. We need derbies. We need all the shit on the scaffolding. So if you think this scaffolding now all of a sudden has gone from being nice and open to having 33 bags on the lift, yeah, we've then got our water bucket on the lift. We've then got our trowels on the lift, our handballs on the lift, and we've got more guys on this lift as well because we have to get it in one hit because we don't want to get a dry line. So we've now got a loaded up scaffolding with everything. There's people in the way, material in the way, bags are in the way, you got tools in the way, you got buckets in the way, you've got hose pipes dripping everywhere. It's just a shit tip, mate. Now, okay, you tell me how that sounds. That sounds like mayhem. For me, I've got pallet of gear, machine, 25 meters of hose, 1 man, me, top, spraying, 1 man, machine, putting bags on. All the rubbish from the bags is in one place. Pile them up, put them in the skip. When you're on a scaffolding, mate, after that first mix, you're chasing your ass. Next thing you know, mate, you're ripping heads off of bags, just pouring them in just to keep your line going. So before you know it, you've added no waste to the scaffold now. And it's just a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? To me, I can't think I've done that so many times before. I'm like, I would never go back to that. I love it, mate. I'm just at top like that, telling my mate, yeah, keep going, mate. Hey, that sound. Boom, boom, boom. Lovely. And I can put it on quicker than that team of men. I could put it on more consistent than that team of men because everyone applies different. What if the fella down there who's put it on, yeah, he can't get it on to 10 mil, he's getting it on at 5, but I'm getting it on at 8 or 9 or whatever. We're all at different thicknesses. So it's a nightmare again. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to look at it like that. It's like, I know people going about, oh, I'm bashing this, and, you know, like it's exactly, Dale, it sounds like hell on earth. Everyone goes on about the, you know, everyone wants to have a badge of honor, a merit for being an hard worker. Mate, I used to be like that, and I do think being an hard worker is something that is good to be able to do. I think it's good that you can say, yo, I'm an hard worker, so if shit does hit the fan, I know I'm down to graft. But there's got to be a time when it comes and you think, you know what, I'm going to invest in something that's going to make my life a million times better. I don't need to hire all them people. I don't need to pay anyone else to lay on to do any of that. I don't need to do it anymore. TD just said it. Graveyard is full of dead heroes, mate. The only person you need to look out for really is yourself and your family, isn't it? But I mean, honestly, guys, how I just described that to how I see, you know, how I work now, blimey, I would not have it any other way. So yeah, when it comes down to machines, do I think they're worth it? Best investment you'll ever make. If you're doing rendering and you want to be outside in the nice fresh air and you want to be in that niche, you know, of being a renderer, with everything that comes with that, you know, for me, that's what I wanted and that's what I did. That's what I went for. So that's where I've gone to me. That is what I love to do. I'm up there in my own world. I'm playing with a big boy's toy, and yeah, man, it's just nice. Do you know what I mean? I've got a labourer who I get on with. We can have a chat and a laugh, and we both graft, and we both go home at the end of the day, and we're nice. Do you know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, I prefer how I've got this now than I had when I had 30 guys working for me. That were a nightmare. That was horrible. That was hell. So for me and this guy now, and you know, it's one of them, innit? I prefer it so much. Yeah, that was my little cameo about, you know, working smart. Someone's gone, you've got a few machines, give us one for a bit. I'm not hiring them out right now, but it might be something in the future we might do. We're not hiring them out right now. Currently I've only got 2 machines and I've got a little hopper set up. I've got 3 fin coat setups, to be fair. No, I haven't got 3, I've got 2. But I won't have 2. I'm giving 1 to Stuart, and I gave 1 to another guy. I'm giving it all away, you know. He come unlucky, someone burgled his van and took his sprayer out. So I'll give him an old hopper of mine that I had. And yeah, I'm giving this one to Stuart. So I've got the Optimix 10 and I've got my K4, and I've got a speedy spray setup as well. So they're the 3 things that I'm using right now. I'll be honest with you, I think the one that's going to get the most use will probably be the Optimix 10. The K4, again, I don't think I'm going to get rid of her. I am probably going to go on to a Sprinter, a Predator Sprinter, because I've done various training sessions with that and trials with that, and I'll tell you the truth, the Sprinter is up there. So yeah, I think I'm going to get a Sprinter. But listen, I can't get one now because obviously, you know, I ain't got nowhere to put it really, space wise. I've got an outbuilding that I've been building for the last 3 years. I don't know if I've talked about it, but I need to get it, you know, get it sorted. So I need to get that outbuilding sorted, then I can probably get another machine. But my missus won't be happy with that. So that's what I'm thinking about. But I do love him, mate. I do. Stuart said you can have his. You go talk to him about it then. I'll tell you what, he'll come collect it off me and then you can have that conversation with him. The Optimix doesn't mix it for you, no. You have to mix up the gear and then pour it into the mixer. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a wicked setup. We've got Rip Moel and an antecedent 330 M Tech is just collecting dust. What's an antecedent 330? What's that? M Tech is just collecting dust. Stuart said, yeah. M Tech. Oh, you've got an M Tech 330. Mate, I thought he was in about some. I thought he was in about some fancy machine there. M Tech 330. Yeah, good machines, them, you know. Will the Optimix do 80 square meters a mono? Of course it will. If you mix up 80 bags and pour it in, it'll do it. It'll spray. It'll keep spraying. That's one thing I'm buzzing off. It's powerful enough. It'll just keep going, mate. It'll just keep going. It'll just keep going. The one where you see me using the other day where you tip it in was the Optimix 10. That was the one. Where did you learn to use a sprayer, pal? I'm hand applying. I need to get on this. Aaron, lucky for you, we're actually doing training with our machines at Predator. So yeah, you'll probably if you got one through one through me, you'd get trained by me. I'd give you the training on it. I train other people as well, but the reality is if you got one through us, I'd come up and train you and that and get you on your way and make sure you get going. But yeah, I learned from just like going through motions. Tell you the truth, what I did learn off actually, you're gonna laugh at this. So Dave Anderson works for Predator Machines, yeah. I actually learned from him back in the day when he worked for another company, and I actually brought him out, paid for him to come to site a few times to show us how to use it because we was having a nightmare. So it's quite ironic, really, that he come out and used to train us on site, and I paid for him to get a hotel and everything. I was like, "You're not going home, mate. You're staying here." He actually said it other day to me because now we're working together. Like I say, I'm sponsored by them and I work with them and train with them and do all that kind of stuff. The reality is, now I work with him. It's like you're laughing, going, I remember like years ago when I said, yeah, it's mad, innit? So yeah, I work with Dave Anderson, and so he more or less showed us how to work machines. And since then, it's just been me trial and error, working on them. You know what I mean? And yeah, used quite a few now. So that's what it is. But if you did get one off Predator through me, you'd have to come up and I'd show you what it is when you pick it up. I'm not keen on us sending them out to people without showing you what it is. So. Never mind the sprayers. How do you feel about guys using rollers and sweepers for playing skim? Man, I seen a video on that and I just thought, well, if it's working for you, but it's wrecking it. It's not plastering that is wrecking. How many brushes must you go through? When plaster sets, it's rock hard, man. You must go through a sweeping brush every gauge. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't get it, me. If we buy a machine, would you do a site visit? So yeah, if you bought a machine through me again, depending on where you are and what all the times added up and stuff like that, yeah, I'm more than happy to come out and go to site with you, get you going, give you some training on site. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what we're doing up there. Everyone up there, you know, with the training, and that's how we're doing it. We buy a machine off us. Our training is going to be second to none. So we're setting up the training yard now, like I said, and this is going off stuff that I've told them we need to do. So we're going to be. I'm not even saying that I'm not giving other people ideas because we have got ideas for our training yard. No one's going to have a training yard like us. It's going to be it's kind of small for now. It's not small. It's bigger than other people's. But what I'm saying is like we're going to perfect this, and hopefully further down the line we might go into doing a little bit more of something else. But like I tell you, what we're going to have in this yard is going to be second to none. Trust me, it's going to be good. Yeah, TD, mate, no problem. I'll catch you later. I'm going to go soon as well. I've been on here for ages, and I need to go watch this football, man. I need to go watch football. What? How much are you asking for a starter machine? What do you mean? It depends what starter machine you want. If you want an Optimix, it's £4.5 plus VAT. If you want a Sprinter, which is something that mixes and sprays for you, I think they're 8.5, roughly around 8.5 plus VAT. The training yard's in Bradford, mate. Yeah, training yard's in Bradford, so that's in West Yorkshire, just off the M1, so quite easy to get to, kind of central, really. I don't know where you're from. But yeah, man, it's up there. Yes, JP, cheers, mate. But But yeah, man, it's one of them. The training's gonna be we're just doing it now. So the reason why I haven't even bumped it all and the guys haven't really been pushing it is because we're actually getting the centre redone. We're redoing it. That's it. We're redoing it. It's going to be new. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be. It's going to be all new, set up properly, and we're going to be showing everyone how to do things properly. So yeah, something good might come out of Bradford after all. Oh my god, that's killed me, that mate. What an absolute liberty. Listen, yeah, I'm a Leeds lad, me, yeah. And anyone around Leeds, I just think shite, Wakefield, shite, Bradford, shite, Huddersfield, shite, because I'm a Leeds lad. But listen, that's a banger, that. But yeah, it is. Oh, that was an absolute banger, that mate. That was a banger. What a lad. What a lad. Sick guy. Well, yeah, man, killed me that. It's one of them, though, isn't it? If you're from Yorkshire, that's what everyone says, isn't it? If you're from Leeds, everywhere around us is like that. But just think shit. Oh, and then if you go to York or you think posh wankers kind of thing, don't you? But yeah, man, from a Leeds lad's point of view, yeah. So yeah, I go there. I have to go over there and see him, don't I? So you can imagine. You can imagine, like I say, I don't make any lines like that towards anyone, though, because they're all local Bradford lads. So I don't want to upset no one. I'll just leave it at that. But I did actually ask someone over there, right, who was supported at football, and he said BCFC. That's what he said to me, BC. And I was like thinking, what the fuck's BCFC? They're at Bradford City. Like shit. But then again, Leeds are doing shit again as well. So I'll just be like, oh man, never. But yeah, man. Sick. You know, he killed me, mate. 12 bags tomorrow. You better go to sleep, mate. You better go to sleep. But yeah, that was funny, man. That was funny. But yeah, listen, guys, I'm gonna clock off now. I'm gonna go catch up on football and give the missus some cuddles and my baby some rubs. So that's what I need to do now. But listen, man, I really enjoyed it today. We're a proper good live, some good questions, some really good questions, and I got some good information from you guys. And I appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys checking in. I'm going to be on again next Wednesday again. If you can share the page, share the video, share the like, let people know that you loved watching this and get them to come watch it. And join the Renovate Hub. That is where I do a lot of information as well and a lot of streaming onto there. So yeah, man, it'll be a good one. But listen, I'm gonna love you all. I'm gonna leave you all. Thanks again for watching. I'm buzzing. And yeah, man, I love it. I'll catch you a lot later on. Keep your eyes peeled. Have a good night. Keep safe. Bye-bye.